Welcome back to the Soul Food Podcast. I'm Michael Vakelic.
And I'm Shannon Meyer. Together we share insights and conversations to help you cultivate joy, peace, and prosperity while unlocking your limitless potential.
Yes, get ready for a transformative journey filled with laughter, strategies, and lively discussions that will inspire you to thrive in every area of your life. Yes, we are recording, so first I wanted to welcome you to another great edition of our Soul Food Podcast, Jeanette, and welcome all of our listeners. I'm so happy that you all come here. I'm excited for today. We're going to talk about, well,
Oh,
we touched on it. We're going to talk about unconditional love, right? Unconditional love versus ego love. Okay, let's go that way.
yes.
We're a
So,
little short for time, so Jeanette.
no, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm really very, very happy and excited also always to be with you and with our listeners. And yes, unconditional love or love, for me, abbreviated like love, is for me one of my most favorite topics because for me, that's who we are. We are love, uniqueness, and co-creation, but we are love. This is being in our hearts. That's love, unconditional, limitless potential.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So unconditional love is really who we are, and we cover up all of that. We cover up that beautiful light, that beautiful unconditional love that is us with all of the ego. Um, and when I speak of ego, it's a mind generated us, right?
Mhm.
That had all these experiences. So we end up with all these concepts and ideas and perceptions and reactions and a state of mind that we become accustomed to. That's the ego, and it kind of blocks that unconditional love from showing up every day, right?
Yes, yes, it's it's what I say. It's to be unconditional love, to be loved, you have to be open-hearted. I mean,
Yes.
you are open-hearted and you are a word which I don't like to use much, but it's so much spoken and it's so much marketing around it, which is vulnerability. No, you have to be
Vulnerability. Okay.
you have to
Yeah.
be open no matter what happens to you, because since you are talking from the heart, everything will be okay. Whatever you say will be okay because you're talking from the heart. So you talk love. Out of your mouth comes love, truth, um, your everything, integrity, no, all these values that cannot hurt anyone because you're doing true love. But it's by being you, no matter who is listening. It's just you are you, your heart. You are you. You are love.
Wow, there's a couple of things there that you touched on that are very important. They're very important. I mean, I was raised to think that it wasn't okay to be exactly who I am.
Yeah.
This is a concept my mind made up from the experiences I had in childhood. It
Hmm.
wasn't okay to be me. So being vulnerable, being love is who I came to be. Okay.
Hmm.
Opening up to, hey, I love myself and I know God loves me, and I'm going to find the people who love me by just being myself. And that opens the door to a beautiful life.
Yeah.
But for years, I was dimming my light, not speaking up, not sharing who I really was. And then, of course, being in a corporate world,
Hmm. Hmm.
showing up like this in a corporate world, they're kind of, who is this guy? So, but it all works great. You end up exactly where you should be. I mean,
Yes.
and being vulnerable, being open is really about loving yourself enough to show up no matter what everyone else seems
Hmm.
to think. Show up just as you are. Show
Yes.
up, I mean, speaking like we are,
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing place to be able to just share from your heart. And this is the second piece. I didn't know what heart was.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean
Mm-hmm.
speak from the heart? I'm not sure
Yes.
what that means. But being raised as a man or whatever, a guy, what I never heard that until I went down this spiritual path and I thought, what does that mean? What speaking from the heart? But it is being completely authentic, knowing who you really are, and being able to express that vulnerability that, you know, just be you. I mean, just and from a place of absolute peace, without all the ideas and concepts. I mean, this is a place of unconditional love. I mean, I can feel it, and I express it. So I believe that's what you mean when you say expressing from your heart. Is that correct?
100%. Yes.
Okay. Well,
But
it took a
it's,
while. It took a
yeah,
while to get here. Yeah. And I urge everyone to do this because it creates such a beautiful life. I mean, so much peace comes with this, right?
yes, because you're honest with yourself.
Yes.
You don't lie to yourself. You are being who you are is really has to do with integrity, honesty, humbleness. It's just being, just flowing, and not judging yourself. So it's really being the heart, and being open is really not judging yourself, not being in your mind with the judgments, but just let things flow as you feel them. And observation always plays a great part because you're observing what you are translating from the heart, but it will be always something nice and beautiful and clear and honest. You will see that you are not able to lie anymore.
Right.
And you won't engage into gossips. So
Right.
many things change just by you listening to your heart, the feeling your heart, and expressing to your heart without the fear of people attacking you. If someone attacks you because you are telling them I love you, it's okay. It's wherever they are, but you are in your heart, and it's okay. It doesn't hurt because you've given. So it's really given through the
Absolutely.
words.
You're sharing it from a beautiful energy. So
Thank
most people will feel that, and in some people they will fear it. They will fear it. They will feel
yeah.
fear. It's like, ooh, this person's really, authentic and saying things that are they're actually feeling triggered. They're feeling,
Mm-hmm.
something is triggering them, right?
Yes.
And I have well, I just want to express that as we do this on a more on a regular basis, as we tap into this and we speak authentically and from this unconditional love, what I found is I receive it's intuition or
Mm-hmm.
it's downloads, it's divine channeling. I mean, when I get all of my old judgments and concepts and all this out of the way, and I'm speaking and I just allow that to flow, there are thoughts that just come into my head that are so beautiful. And then it comes out of your mouth. I can see why it would trigger some people, but it's such a beautiful thing. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
amazing
Mm-hmm.
to let that flow. So, part of it is being in your heart, but when you have that pure heart, I believe you tap into divine intelligence. So
Mm-hmm.
this beautiful intelligence is working through you.
Yes, that's the channeling. Yes,
Yes.
the what you feel, you then translate, and you translate. You see in your mind, and it goes out into words. Yes, because being unconditional love is the same as I think it's the same. It comes from the same well of divine intelligence. It's the same. No? Unconditional love is who we are. We are divinely intelligent. When you
Yes.
tap into this well of love, we become a channel that
Yes.
lets this divine intelligence just flow through and shares this, gives to others, open-hearted, because you're just a channel. You're just letting it through and sharing it with others.
That's beautiful. I realize I'm doing some things differently here. I'm really listening to what you say. This is a something that people with overactive minds, it's very important to be here and to hear without
Mm.
having a thought of, oh, I need to respond to this or respond to that, or
Yes,
just listen, hear, take
yes.
it in, understand,
Mm-hmm.
be in that moment. So that's um, something that took me also another while it took me a little while to learn because I was so used to, having it planned. Okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and just to be and listen, be in the moment and listen to someone, really take it in is very important. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. It's part of this co-creation. No, it's this feeling someone's words.
yes,
It's being also unconditional love by receiving it, because you are here, you're listening, you're taking it in, you're breathing, and you're feeling it. And then through this feeling, again with the channel, because you're opening, you are responding. You're not reacting, you're responding. And when the other person has finished,
mhm.
no?
Very true. It's very true. Very true. So when do you believe that, well, so many of us, and we're all searching for love, right? So many people searching for love. They want their soulmate. They want the perfect love. It's almost from a needy place,
Yeah.
most of us, right? Which is the ego, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We're not allowing love to flow. We're grasping, attaching, judging, which is
Mm-hmm.
all ego. Um, what do you think actually keeps the love away from people?
Because they are not looking inside, they are not searching love inside. Because whenever you have tapped into the well of love that you are, since you are love,
Yes.
you don't have needs,
Yes.
because
Good.
you are whole with who you are love, you love yourself. So then you are able to love someone else the same way you love yourself. So with this infinite and unconditional love, because if you are needing and you are in relationship with someone else just because of having a relationship, or it's a love that is not unconditional love.
Right.
Unconditional love comes through loving yourself first and being open-hearted and respect and value loving yourself, and then the other person. So you will always understand and respect with who you are when you do it with yourself. And there's no
Absolutely.
search. It comes, it's you.
Absolutely. I write about this quite a bit, or the ego is needy. It's
Mm-hmm.
just everything is there are a lot of, okay, I don't want to label different uh, professionals out there, but there's a lot of work around validating, what you've been through and what you need and getting your needs met. And once we become
Mm-hmm.
what it is that we are,
Mm-hmm.
I believe, which is that unconditional love, which is that absolute peace, this this powerful co-creator that we are, um, everything flows to you. So as you remain needy, wow, I'm so alone. I wish I had this love, and what's the problem? How come I don't? Or it could be money, or it could be so many things. All this stress and anxiety and neediness
Yes,
keeps it away from you. Absolutely.
yes,
And
yes, because
it separates you from it. So this is the mind at work. I mean, it's the mind is always about separation.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Nothing is separate from you. Wow, if I could just get that point across to the world. Nothing
Yes.
is separate from you. When
Nothing,
when
nothing.
you allow this to be to be fully, when you allow yourself to be fully who you are, nothing is separate.
No,
No,
nothing is separate.
I
And
mean,
yeah, and the mind is always there to search, and it's always defining something, and then expectations, and it's all no, no, no. When you are love, you learn to be also in your now, and you don't expect from anyone anything, because everyone is is unique and different, and then you accept as people are, no, because you accept yourself as who you are. So there's no need, because the needs, it's like you're saying, it's the ego, it's the persona, and it's in the mind, it's
yeah,
not in the heart. And so it has a form that it's not real. It's your mind that is defining something.
yeah, this is a beautiful subject. Absolutely is. I mean, um, the ego believes, a lot of different things, but it has a hard time believing that we can actually let go and receive. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it likes to be in control of,
Yeah.
um, I mean, I'm sure that many of the listeners, many of the people that will hear this have learned or will learn over time, giving money mean that you, doesn't mean that you'll receive love.
Mm-hmm.
Giving love doesn't mean that you'll receive love, and even sharing your wisdom. Being in these different relationships that I've had when I was younger, I thought it was all reciprocal, but I had this complete neediness,
Yes.
right? So,
Yes.
and it is about letting go of all that. So,
Yes. And valuing yourself. There's a need
yes,
when you're not complete, and you're searching in someone else what you don't see in yourself to complete
absolutely.
you. And that's why when you are complete with yourself, you're not searching in someone else anything, just a relationship to build together, no? Accepting the other one as complete as well, not changing, not requiring to change anything, because they are who they are.
I agree wholeheartedly. Absolutely. I mean, and you were just saying today how um, you're stepping into, is it self-mastery? Is that what you said? Self?
Yeah, Guru Self Mastery Blueprint, that one.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. And my entire business is all about personal mastery. So that
Mm-hmm.
was amazing.
Mm-hmm. It's
Really,
beautiful
it
because
is. Once you master yourself, once you master who you are and show up authentic and in every situation, and absolutely love yourself and know the divine being you are, nothing stops you. I mean, as you said, it's a beautiful way to live.
yes, yes. And it's this unconditional love that unites you with everything, because we all are the same, and we are oneness. We're so connected. So life changes uh, through your own change, not because of your perception and your openness and your changes. You're changing everything that is around you.
Right, right. And you've probably heard this before, and there've been many, even some actors and very popular people who have said this, but the mind creates illusions. So
Mm-hmm.
the more that you can be in your heart, the more you're connected to
Mm-hmm.
your authenticity, to your divine self, higher self, how of source, however you, what word you want to use. Words just have different meanings to different people. The more you open that heart, the more you step into that, the more beautiful it is. I mean, it.
Yeah.
I can't say enough about how my life has changed from where I was to where I am today. Um, and I get on some of the social media platforms, and I see these people writing long articles about, you know, well, you can heal this by doing this and feel this way and do that. And it's like, can we just get beyond our thinking for a while and
Mm-hmm.
see who we really are, and
Mm-hmm.
all of this chaos,
Mm-hmm.
that we're trying to control the mind, redirect the mind, do this, it's about letting go of that. It
Yes.
uh,
And it's at the end, it's experiencing. It's for people because
yes,
the way you do it, it's your way. And
right.
you're unique, so it's your way. The way you open your heart, the way you are vulnerable, everything is your way. And but it's about exploration, experiencing, and practicing. So explore, changing certain things, or saying certain things that nurture you, and you will see how they nurture other ones just by
Yes,
nurturing yourself,
yes,
whatever it is. No, so and then you have an experience from which you are learning and seeing really how expansive this is to be who you are, and to be love, and to share with love and kindness and gratitude and other things. It changes your life, but it has to be experienced by everyone, by the
I
ones.
agree. I agree 100%. I mean,
Yeah.
it it everyone has their own journey
Yes.
to the same outcome once we finally make it there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So what we're learning along the way is perfect for us. I
Yes.
I love that analogy. Each person has their own journey, their own
Yes.
adventure. And so it's important for us, for any of us, not to judge others, or
Mm-hmm.
wherever they're at is perfect for them to get to the point where they are unconditional love. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
where they
Mm-hmm.
are tapped in and turned on to divine intelligence, and so, and they can be vulnerable, they can be authentic and know, hey, this is the way God created me.
Mm-hmm.
I love who I am.
Yes. And it's so beautiful.
Right.
And just to wrap up,
Yes.
um, today is the 10th episode.
Oh, yeah, it is. Wow.
So that's for me to thank you, and then thanking the listeners. And it's a little milestone, but it's a milestone to celebrate and enjoy. I love to be with you, sharing with you, Michael, and yeah, changing from the inside out. Now I'm learning so much from you, and I'm growing and expanding. So I'm very grateful, and for many more to come, more episodes.
Well, that really touches my heart, and thank you, Jeanette. I'm very happy to be doing this with you. I'm glad you said yes when
Yes.
out that, hey, can we do a podcast? Can we, do something together? Because I really want to get this out to the people.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's very important. And I hope that the people, the listeners, are finding this valuable. And I'd love to hear feedback. And I
Hmm.
see that we are getting some feedback now, which
Hmm.
is really
Yes.
great. And continue to do so. And please pass it along to your friends. And this wisdom is what will change the world. So I thank you for your
Mm.
words. I thank you for your knowledge and your
Thank
wisdom.
you.
And thank you for sharing it with us. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Until the next time. Bye bye.
Until the next time. Yes.